So purpose is a pretty heavy duty concept, right? But it really does impact performance psychology. Your ability to perform is directly entwined with your ability to find and present yourself with purpose. It affects your resolve, but more importantly, it gives you the reason. A big why will beat any why not. And so having a valid reason is so powerful. And I'll give you a good example. So there's an old story. They say somebody is just walking around and he sees they're building this huge, church cathedral thing. And they go and see one of the bricklayers because they're only just starting out. And they say, "How you doing?" And he goes, yeah, look, I mean, it is hot. And these days are long and the money's not that good. And the hours are really long. Yeah. And goes, "Oh, all right, cool." And then he walks around the corner and he sees someone else on the foundation, another bricklayer. And he says, "Mate, how you finding it? How you doing?" And he goes, "Man, I'm building a cathedral. I mean, look, it's hot and these days are long and it is tough work and my back's sore and the hours are really long. But man, I'm building a cathedral." And that mindset is exactly what I'm going to talk to you about now, is how to have that why that beats all the why nots and reframes all your problems as positive. So purpose in and of itself, it's not actually that hard to figure out. It seems like this big airy-fairy woo-woo concept, but in reality, it's actually just a combination of four things. So if you imagine like a Venn diagram, and this is a Japanese concept called ikigai, which essentially means the hero's journey, you imagine four circles that interconnect. And in the middle is what you're looking for. So each circle, it's what do you love? So what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? What are you good at? So where is your talent? Are you able to deliver on those things? Because for instance, I may love basketball, but I might also be, 6 foot tall. So it might be a little bit tricky. But it's what do you love? What are you good at? What makes money? Because that way you can sustain yourself. And I say arguably the most important, does it help others? How does it help others? Who does it help? So it's really about that service element. So if you just find the intersection of the things that you're good at, the things that you love, the things that make money, and the things that help others, that is going to help you find purpose. And that's an exercise I invite you to do yourself. Feel free to write it down. Write down as many things as you love, as many things as you're good at, right? As many, I would go, how does that help people? And then I would start thinking about ways that could make money. That is where you will find purpose. But, and there is a but, that can still be overwhelming for some people, especially if you're young in your, late teens, early 20s, even before, in your early 30s for some people. It can be a little bit daunting. It's like, what am I supposed to do for the rest of my life? Like, there is a lot of weight on that decision. And you don't have to do that, right? Purpose can be temporal. It doesn't have to be, forever. It can be finite. It can be fleeting. It's not what is my purpose forever. Don't worry about that. If you don't know what that is, let's figure out what's your purpose for the next 12 months. And if you can't do that, let's shorten the horizon even more, shorten that time frame. What is your purpose for the next 6 months? And if you can't do that, what's your purpose for the next 3 months? And the reason why that's important, number one, you're going to be way better at what you do, especially if you can find some reason why that it's important. But also, and this is a really important thing, and Jordan Peterson talks about this in his second book, the 12 More Rules. It's pick something, just pick one thing and aim single-mindedly at that. And the real boon, the benefit to that, isn't the reward for doing that thing, it's who you become. Because the person that you become after committing to something for 3, 6, or 12 months, and the skills that you'll have to develop along the way to achieve that goal, that is where the real money lies. That is where you get to develop your skills. The more valuable you are in the market or in your industry or sport or whatever it is, the more opportunities naturally come to you. And then you get the Matthew principle where success breeds success. And so my best advice for finding purpose, yes, look at that ikigai. Really try and give yourself that diagram example, because that will be fulfilling and that will help you in all possible ways. But if you're struggling with finding purpose, set a time frame. Look at yourself like a professional football player, where you're on a 1-year contract, and at the end of that 12 months, and let's say you played really well, you get to decide: am I going to re-sign for another year with that team, or am I going to go sign with another team, go do another job, go do something different? That's up to you. So break it down into chunks, and you'll find finding purpose is way easier. Best of luck and happy hunting.